We are always looking for some inspiration in the kitchen, and one of the best ways to get that is through a good cookbook. But here with not just one, but 6 recommendations is Lara Hamilton from the Book Larder. Welcome back. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, you always inspire us, and I always leave here like doing something that night in the kitchen because of something you showed us. So I am really excited to jump in, especially with your first book.
Yeah, every season is soup season. This is a really fantastic book for sort of transitioning through this sort of cold weather that's moving into spring right now. It's organized by season, and so you can delve into the winter chapter and sort of work your way into spring. And the thing I love about this book is that the author gives you all kinds of really great ideas of what to do with the soup leftovers.
Oh,
so
okay.
like, for example, I made the roasted tomato soup in the book the other day, and then my daughter wanted to make pasta, and I was like, actually, we have this soup, and you can use that to make the sauce. So she added a few ingredients, put it together, and she had the pasta sauce for the noodles that she made. So,
I'm afraid my stomach is going to start growling just looking at this. Like, stovetop pumpkin mac and cheese with roasted Brussels sprouts. Like, I'm going to start drooling here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Lots of really excellent ideas, again, to just sort of get you from winter into spring.
And not just soup, there's fritters in here. There's all sorts of fun things to do. Oh,
exactly, dips, yeah.
This is a must get. Okay,
Yeah.
I've got to get this book.
It's a great one.
Next one, Big Heart Little Stove.
Yeah, Erin French is the creator of The Lost Kitchen, which some people may know. She has a show on the Magnolia Network. And this is just a really lovely, again, you know, sort of cozy season book, but also full of really great spring and summer ideas. Everything in this book is just very approachable, very straightforward. She lives in Maine, so that, you know, sort of the other corner of the country. So her ingredients and her climate are very similar to ours. The photography is beautiful, lots of great stories, just a really fun all-purpose book.
I opened to something that I know I could actually make, and I'm not much of, you know, a dessert maker, but there's a lemon ginger snap ice box pie, and I'm not even kidding y'all, like, not many steps at all. Okay, I gotta make this. That looks so good. Okay. I love how approachable this is. You're absolutely right. Okay.
Yeah.
Next one is Misunderstood Vegetables.
Yes.
How to fall in love with sunchokes, rutabaga, eggplant, and more. This is hilarious.
Yeah. Becky Selling gets a local author. This book actually comes out on Tuesday. And, you know, especially here in the Pacific Northwest, this feels like the time of year where all we can get are things like kale and turnips and rutabagas. And Becky just always has such wonderful, delicious ideas for what to do with really anything in your refrigerator, but especially these, as she calls them, misunderstood vegetables. The photographer, Claire Barboza, used to live in Seattle and is now in Vermont. The photos are beautiful. She has shot all of Becky's books.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, we had so much fun on Tuesday. Becky and Claire happened to be in the shop when our boxes of books started to arrive, and so, you know, we're having a lot of fun with this one.
I love it. Squash blossoms. You always see that at the farmer's market. And you're like, what am I supposed to do with a squash blossom?
Yeah, exactly.
Now you know.
Exactly.
All right. This is just, the cover of this book is gorgeous. This is something to give as a gift. It's so beautiful.
Absolutely.
Roast figs, sugar snow, food to warm the soul. This is beautiful.
Yeah, and this is for all of those cold weather lovers out there. Diana Henry is a British author. The Sugar Snow, if you are a Laura Ingalls Wilder fan, does actually reference Sugar Snow in Little House in the Big Woods. And this is just full of comforting, warm, delicious ideas, not all of them heavy. There are lots of wintry salads and soups and things like that. This book is also very much inspired by Diana's travels. And so you get a really good insight into some of those colder weather parts of the world. And it's just, like you said, a really beautiful gift. It's got the little ribbon bookmark, which I always think is a good sign of a giftable book.
Absolutely. And it's also, it looks like it's interspersed with like stories that she's written and quotes from Laura Ingalls Wilder. What a beautiful thing this is to add to your collection.
Absolutely
precious.
Yeah.
All right, the Hebridean baker, is I say that right now? I know we say that wrong. We've interviewed him before.
Hebridean, thank you.
Hebridean. I've talked to this man, and I'm sorry about your name.
This is actually his 3rd book, Cognac. Yeah. And he is the Hebridean baker on TikTok and all the social medias. A surprise star, as he would be the first one to say. This is, again, very approachable. A lot of traditional Scottish recipes, but also some really fantastic sort of modern recipes. very simple. You could pick up and make anything in this book in a couple of hours at the most. And when I say a couple of hours, I mean like the baking recipes. A lot of the others are super simple.
The baking one, the wee nuns.
Yes.
They're wee nuns. I don't even know another name for it. The wee nuns. I'm going to make the wee nuns. Those look delicious.
Yeah. And again, lots of great stories. He is a fantastic storyteller, and there are so many great ones in that book.
And such a great personality, too. And I bet that really comes through in the book as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then this is Praise Song for the Kitchen Ghosts. Crystal Wilkinson formerly was the Poet Laureate of Kentucky. And when she cooks, she really feels like she's sort of connecting with her ancestors. And it got her thinking about sort of how they cooked, what their foods were, and she therefore started doing a lot of research, pulling up family recipes and photos. And this book is really a reflection of 5 generations of Appalachian cooks, and it is so beautifully written. As a poet, she just has a fantastic grasp of language, and so her turn of phrase is really remarkable. The recipes are great. There's a whole chapter on how to celebrate birthdays. There's lots of blackberries, which are, prevalent where she lives, and of course we've got lots of them here. The photos are a nice mix of her family photos, and then also just some current ones of just all the delicious things that she cooks.
Again, another cookbook that has story interweaved in it, and then the beautiful photos, and so many amazing parts of this. What a gorgeous and an heirloom book, if you will, to
absolutely,
share.
Absolutely. And a wonderful read when you curl up on the couch in the evening. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much,
Thank
Lara.
you, Amity.
It's always a pleasure to have you on the show, and you inspire us every time. Go check out Book Larder.